that combined with shield crash is very similar to what their Sven feels like with Warcry. It's just so much damage mitigation that it takes so long to kill these heroes.
I'm just still baffled at whoever, you know, leading the like, hey, bro, what hero do you want to play against Razor? Tiny.
Tiny.
What? You sure? Yeah, trust me, it's gonna... I don't know. That just feels so odd to me still. But obviously, again, I have to assume it was part of... He at least had some of the decision-making there. And
they did dual mid in his Morphling game, so they could dual mid here. Because Pango can solo, and I think Terrorblade can be fine with Grimstroke support. But I don't think they're going to do that.
They got Elder Titan kind of just walking on by for now. Headed towards that top lane, setting up to be a possible tri lane, or maybe just going to battle for the bounty runes, but Rev up here in Pango.
I think they're going to go for... Wait, but they're actually trialing with Forev. No, they can't do that. Terrorblade needs support.
Nah, he's fine.
I mean, he does have plenty of armor to deal with Treants, but it's still 3 units against 1 at level 1.
I mean, could you make the argument that they could just sack this lane though, almost? Sack Terrorblade early on and dominate the top lane on paper?
That is a lot to expect from Bryle then, because, like, I think Moo has been the most consistent player on J-Storm throughout all these series. And I think it would not be in your best interest. Well, I mean, they have lost every single game so far, so maybe you do need to start mixing it up. No, ET's going to TP bot, and it'll look like it'll be 2-1-2, as Bryle is just going to have to 1v1 a Razor. And I'm looking forward to see how he handles this, because maybe I'll learn something.
But look at this. Look at the bottom lane. Ghostic, he's blocking the creep wave, so that's another manipulation we're starting to see a little bit more of now, too. Of course, you can't aggro, but you can still stand in front of it and block it as he did right there. So it gets it into the tower, going to make life a little more difficult on Moo. At least that's the idea. And this is not going to be a free last-hitting game like it was previously. That's for sure. But yeah, the other point is going to make too at the Elder Titan being down here. It's, yeah, he can do some good damage himself, but as the Astral Spirit wears off, and now the Earth Spirit coming over, lands the roll actually. That was a hell of a land. Nature's Prophet, not going to harass it. He kind of just stands there instead. So, but Nature's Prophet, great bully himself, and with the Earth Spirit nearby, I feel like Elder Titan will have to be careful not to overextend.
Assuming that he doesn't pick up a bunch of damage from Treants. So once Ghostic gets more points in Nature's Call, then all of a sudden March just needs to pop out a quick Elder Titan, and he'll be hitting with, let's say level 2 of Astral Spirit, he gets 9 damage per creep. And so he would instantly get like 36 damage if he hits the Treants. So it goes both ways, definitely.
Okay. I mean, he is zoning them out quite a bit, actually, so it's...
Yeah, he's all out of mana regen, though. He has literally nothing now. He has a Stout Shield, and that's it.
Got a Stout Shield. Another Astral Spirit. He's going to bring that back in and run after Earth Spirit. But with the Treants being there, have to respect that. Top lane, Pango's just pulling. Tempting to, as you see.
And Tiny is, as suspected, not having a great time. He is 4-0 against a 6-7 Razor.
Going up a little bit right there, the creep whip at him, but yeah, it was 7 denies in this mid lane already. It's obviously very good for Salar. But again, with that static link and the lack of armor in general on Tiny, it does feel like on paper that's a tough matchup for him. So you gotta keep an eye on how that progresses. Maybe get some rotations earlier on. Toss into the tower or something.
Does 45 damage. The other thing is Tiny is relatively... Well, actually, he's got his boots completed, that's why. He has boots and Sailor does not have boots yet. So I'm not surprised that he rushed it. Yeah, March, he's down.
And then that's what I was worried about in the end, though. I mean, he kind of went back in again, he used the Astral Spirit, and he kind of ran after them, but eventually the stun hit from the barrel roll, and then Nature's Prophet just stood his ground and attacked him with the Blightstone, so they get first blood. He is back in, though.
And he comes back with the... Oh, no, it's not his right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Does this man think Aquila's still a thing? No, he delivers the Wraith Band, but he doesn't come back with any region of his own. He doesn't come back with a Clarity, a Mango, a Tango, nothing. He just comes back with a Ward and a Windlace.
God, this middle lane, ouch. Top lane, 16-1 Juggernaut versus the 11-0 Pango. So even the top lane's going pretty well right now for the Pango on the dire side. ask you, similar to last game, there's no Magnus this time around, and Juggernaut's on and off here as far as... Oh, middle lane, by the way. Okay, Brawl will just TP. Or, excuse me, Sailor will TP back to his tower. Battle Fury game, perhaps, on Naive? He seems like a greedier core, in general.
Yeah, I think knowing that about him, and knowing that they picked the Razor also gives him a lot of opportunity to be greedy and farm as much as he wants. Nature's Prophet and Razor can create so much space for a Juggernaut. He's in no rush. Like, to an extent, I almost expect him to play this like an anti-mage style, where he doesn't really go in unless if the opportunity presents itself.
Running at them here at the top lane with that Frost Shield, of course, a great combo now, especially. Already before all the changes to Lich, it was kind of a decent combo, but now you throw the Frost Shield on top of the Frost Blast. It could be difficult to get away. Pango, he has a Swashbuckle, though. So he's got a way to buy his distance there, as well as even the shield crash. Help things down. He's
fine Slayer. He doesn't have any points in Lucky Shot though, so... Oh, the Ink Stroke of Fate. What a aim by Fear.
Yeah. Great angle right there. Not easy to land that, especially at that distance sometimes, but hell of a job there, and they get the first kill of their game. Good news at the top lane. Kinda. You still have a Juggernaut that is farming very well, but... also, speaking of itemization, curious on the Razor build, a hero that can go plethora of items. Looks like the Hooded Defiance will be early on, but will he really maybe build something like a Yule's then later? Or?
I'd be surprised. I think ideally he wants to go just pure tank. Probably Sanjin Yasha, I would guess, after he finishes off the Hood. And then after that, again, just anything that tanks him up. BKB would be... I think BKB would probably be the best option. If you want creativity, it's going to come out of Nature's Prophet, who almost certainly will build with Vlad's, but I could see something like... I would love to see a Solar Crest. Any sort of kind of utility as the roll misses on the mid lane, but the Boulder Smash connects. And that man has 168 damage stolen with Static Link.
I kind of zoned out there, not gonna lie. For sounds look at some items in the middle lane though. It sounded like, yeah, so good link with the assist from Earth Spirit, and yeah, that was a lot of damage. Got the Storm helping that too. Talk about again the lack of armor. He's gonna toss in his teammate, but Fear's like, whoa, I don't want to go.
Yeah, wait, his ink swell wasn't even ink swelled up. I don't even know why he tossed him in.
Yeah, that was definitely not on the same page there. The fact that he just turned around and ran away immediately.
Was it the wrong unit? Maybe he was thinking about trying to toss in March, as Farev actually goes down to a Frost Shield plus roll combo. Earth Spirit, King R doing an extremely good Zayat's impression.
Well, this is that... Earth Spirit and Tusk really come to mind in this position for a role of just moving around so freely, and that kind of goes back to the Sven, where he's not as useful for that, as far as just consistency, especially as Nature's Prophet bottom lane, by the way, gets picked off. So speaking of rotations, Elder Titan, you could say, is definitely another one of these, and I suppose Brawl having a haste rune helps with that, to be fair, but good response. The wraparound to the middle lane now, they want to go for Pango. Pango not as easy of a kill with that Swashbuckle. They are smoked up. Could potentially catch him off guard, but no, they're gonna head towards bottom, actually. Oh, that's because they're overextended. They want to try to cut them off here.
Yeah, meta's not got much time left on it, and if they can find Braille, that'd be great, but Braille's gonna take the safe route, head through his tier 1, and instead it's going to be the Razor. Yeah, Braille is like, oh, I can save the ET from the Lich. I cannot save him from a Razor, and then he immediately steps away.
Plus 100 damage for the Razor, just like that. Thank you very much. Gonna finish out of Defiance, and he'll TP away to that middle lane. It is gonna be a Vlad's on Nature's Prophet, so again, no surprise there. In fact, no, Razor actually stays bottom.
Yeah, he activated Eye of the Storm. Might as well just push, make sure that no one's gonna contest this. And Nature's Prophet obviously takes towers extremely fast. He's got a Blightstone, so every little bit helps.
Well, Juggernaut, he wants to be more useful earlier on, it looks like. He's gonna just go to Yasha instead. We've seen the Yasha into a Battle Fury before too, but something tells me it's actually gonna be more of a less greedy build, I guess you can call it.
Maybe he enjoyed his time with the 4 Protect 1. He's like, alright, I'll give back to you guys. You guys protected me so well. It's only right that I give back in game 2. I think that he can definitely get away with being very, very greedy. Razor's got an exceptional start. He's 43-20 right now versus the 24-4 of Tiny. So Razor's going to be able to definitely carry you in the mid game. But if Naive wants to participate, then yeah, Yasha's a good way to dip your toe in the water. And then seeing as how the game goes, like you said, he could go back for a Battle Fury, or he can keep going more aggressive.
Oh, Nature's Prophet, how about that? Pango just TP to the bottom lane. And Nature's Prophet's like, thank you very much. I'll take your top tower. Goes to kill, and they're always going to get the kill on a Fear. Playing the Grimstraw, they dive fast, spin on top of him. Inkswellian saving him there, and they might just keep this going, in fact. Let's see Pango getting TP'd out. We're going to go for the tier 2 tower. Fortification will hit. Pango is running back over there now for J-Storm. But even with him coming in.
March only was equipped to deal with all those profit pushes, because between Spirit and that is your best way dealing with the aggro. Now Prep's going to go in for a roll. Blade Fury is down, and he gets one clip on Naive, but he's not going to continue the pursuit.
So they hold, but again, for Hero essentially comes up for
Dave's on timing.
Yeah, that's doing a lot of steal right here. Zalar plus tandem is real. Olaf probably doesn't keep throwing the best that he can. The Link doing so much though. The Boulder Smash dodges it, and the stop will prevent them from chasing further. Teleport in from Ghosta, cannot catch him either. Wraps the Sprout around Mark, but he gets out of it quickly. Zalar's not dying. Oh, the Turkapig just missed. That's one of the swashbuckle of not enough damage. Nobody dying somehow, despite them diving near the base at this point. But we're not done just yet. Beer's going back in. Bandit Embrace toss in with the illusion, and we have our first death finally. Yes. Oh, down his forehead ends up going. That'll go stick. Wrap the nature, baby.
Yeah, that could have been much worse. I expected it to be like a triple kill right off the bat. But if you have to give up one sacrifice, Lich is definitely the best one to give up. And it could have been much worse for J-Storm. Sailor had 168 damage to one, but Moo showed up at just the right time, had Metamorphosis, and Sailor was really all by himself out there. The Spirit not level 6 yet, so he wasn't able to magnetize anything. So without that, it was really just Razor's Eye of the Storm as the main deterrent. So J-Storm contested it, and Sailor had to back off. Oh, and Naive wasn't there. That probably had a little bit of impact.
Yeah, he had to keep out. He big earlier. How that whole started. So speaking of that, he's going to push out from the bottom lane. He had a double damage rune as he went to the tier 2 tower, but with the action of J-Storm, I'll tell you this, I mean, the Pango's getting a lot of reaction out of J-Storm. So they may not be getting these tier 2 towers, but they're forcing them to respond constantly. Now they're going to go mid. They're going to catch mid. Riles and Joel has his fear. It's so like now, but it just doesn't matter. Yeah, with the Prophet especially TPing, there was no chance to survive that forever. Rolling Boulder through, Sailor caught 3 times Quiet to sleep on top of that with the Echo Stomp. He'll ultimately survive. The Dire Crew was killed. I believe Power Tread on there. I'm not sure who they were, to be honest. Maybe Juggernaut? I already has this. I guess it might have been Earthsphere. But yes, they're going to kill the tier 1 mid tower now as well. And this is, oh my god, at 5,000 net worth lead? I did not expect it to be that big.
It is definitely adding up. I think it much like, yeah, I didn't expect it to be that high, mainly because we haven't seen Juggernaut. Juggernaut is top right now, and we have not even really seen him go in a fight yet, so it doesn't feel like Pango's 5k net worth, but it's because 6k of their net worth is not going into a single fight yet, so it's being even, but as Naive, the opportunity to go get back to the Battle Fury as you suspected, which I think, again, is the right call. He can definitely afford to play greedy. I think it's in his best interest to play greedy, because mid-game they can win, because things are going so well right now. And if things do go late, then you need someone to be able to go toe-to-toe with a Terrorblade. And a Juggernaut with Battle Fury can absolutely do that, but a Juggernaut with, like, early Sinjin Yasha or Manta or something like that will not be able to keep the pace with the Terrorblade.
The fact you can cancel your teleport, by the way, with Nature's Prophet, I feel like is a bit absurd sometimes.
You should have been in the game like 5 years ago when Nature's Prophet, like there were not heroes to deal with Nature's Prophet back in the day. The heroes that are good now and like wards are much more affordable. Dude, I have never hated a hero as much as I've hated which patch of Nature's Prophet. But whenever Shadowblade Nature's Prophet became a thing, it was the most frustrating thing in the entire existence of my Dota career.
The Bulldog days.
It was a pre-Bulldog. It was like when Bulldog was still a pub star, pretty much, and that's kind of how he made his name for the most part.
Okay.
But yes, it was so frustrating to deal with.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Just wait till level 25, though.
Right. That's the best part when you start picking up bounty runes all over the place. All 4 of them in the grand span of like 10 seconds.
Well, the way the Pango's playing this game, they would not expect that just because of how fast they could potentially finish the way it's looking right now. But
yeah, I'll be impressed if Nature's Prophet gets to his level 15 taunt the way this is going. And now you
TP?
spend TP.
Do they even have a stopper at all? No, they don't do that.
Nope.
3 TPs out. Bryle top lane. Speaking of TPs, March also going for it. They both barely, more so March barely gets out.
I guess Earth Splitter counts, but you need to like know in advance to cast the Splitter. You can't be like, oh, he's been TPing. I'll cast Splitter to stop it.
That's not going to work. Not ideal. That's another mechanic that the whole Omni slash TP. The fact that you can do that is absurd, honestly. But
and now a lot of people are discovering this has been in the game for a long time, but you can activate Blade Fury while TPing, like an invis. And so basically, if you go into Omni Slash, even if your Omni Slash ends early, you're going to come out, you can immediately Blade Fury, and like it's such a small window to be able to stop a Juggernaut.
Bottom lane. Oh, Moo's in trouble. He's going to go for a TP. And he does not know.
Everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's teleportation for you. And with the Lich nearby, Sinister's Gaze, and Sunder.
Nah, I think he was going to die regardless. No reason to put it on a 2-minute cooldown.
Taken out. That was all Lich, though. Getting the vision the whole time. He picked up an Invis rune and made the best use of it.
Actually, I am a little bit surprised, because if he Sunder did a TP, no one could have disabled it, because Sinister Gaze was used.
Probably, by the way, this is big. They gives both with the Soulbind Knife and Sailor, but Sailor now getting the damage. Knife getting low, getting the Omni Slash Chop on. They're here to use it, actually. It looks like, so it's on cooldown currently. And now Sailor, though, with the Link damage, plus 160. Thank you very much, he says. Killed the Pango, and oh, somebody died elsewhere. That was March actually died. Okay, he was in the midst of it too.
Yeah. And unsurprisingly, Gostic showed up at the fight. He is not relenting. This is what makes Prophet such an effective Vlad's builder, is because anytime there's a fight, you instantly get the Vlad Zora. It's not like, oh, I gotta fall around my carry as now Sailor Moo again getting abused. And look who's here. Let's turn it into a push. Oh, hey, I've got the Bladzora. It's all good, guys.
They just killed Juggernaut, the top arm of the game, and they're still down 10,000 net worth at 16.
But even if you eliminate Jug, they're still up 2k net worth.
Yeah.
If Jug wasn't in this game.
Yeah, brutal. That's going to be another tower kill, and at this point, too, Nature's Prophet is just going to be able to right-click a full Crimson Guard. So you thought the Vlad's was great to have, especially this early on. A Crimson Guard this early. You're not touching these heroes right now, so that's it's just going to get worse and worse. And it's hard to say the obvious answer for J-Storm. I mean, I guess the obvious answer is they need to make space for Terrorblade, but how the hell you do that? Well, don't ask me. I'm not the pro here.
No one can make space. No one is big enough to like be intimidating for Pango. Like Bryle is the most farm that you can expose. He's got a Blink Dagger, so like he's hiding right now. He can't even kill this Gostic, who has got the full Crimson Guard completed. So I shouldn't say this Gostic. Gostic is 8k net worth, and Bryle is 5k net worth. But the mid position can't kill the enemy off lane, and so that's always a bad sign. Although Forev is going to try to cut some creep waves, so I guess do whatever you can to make space, even if it means killing some of the creeps that Terrorblade probably wants to kill.
Yeah, they're going to see him doing that, and they're going to be annoyed, but overall, not a big deal. Double damage rune is also sitting here next to several players.
Yeah, if Jug sees that, they could very easily Roche with it.
Stop this Terrorblade from trying to push out the bottom lane. Pango's still over here, though. He's still being sneaky about this. Gonna keep pushing it back, but the double damage eventually picked up by Razor.
Oh man, he's gonna see this courier. Oh. What a shame.
Just gets the wave. So the Battle Fury finish for Juggernaut. They're not gonna be able to continue pushing this. And you mentioned the idea of a Roshan. Even without the double damage on Juggernaut, I still think it's... In fact, Nature's Prophet is here. He pings it. I was like, guys, I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone has to teleport, so... You have to walk. But they're coming. Caustic's so ready. Alright, there we go. Finally joined you. The double damage rate about to wear off in Razor, but I mean, this should be a free one, dude. Even if J-Storm knows, it's like a, okay, we got a little bit of breathing room to farm.
It would be a fool's errand to challenge this.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
They scan it, they know, can't do anything about it.
I mean, they're coming. They act like they want to defend it, but
Dude, this seems like a terrible idea.
they're gonna get here late anyways. It's probably for the better.
Middle
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Still in the area. And you have top lane's also, Tiny's not even there. He's got the blink, but he's just trying to push out the top lane, but he needs to be careful now himself. As Nature's Prophet is going to TP back over here because they come Terrorblade once again. The Sprout connect.
Oh, you got the wrong tree.
Yeah, he was stuck on the stairs there and could not actually break the Rolling Thunder's not going to matter. Thunder again unable to be used. That soul line is up. Razor's not really caring too much. I guess their Spirit might go down as a result. Never mind. Crimson Guard, pretty strong tool. Forev, draining that damage. He's going to go down too. Killing spree for King R, actually. The Air Spirit. If this continues, this Nature's Prophet especially is not stopping anytime soon. And
Nope.
our first
And
kind of...
Juggernaut's just getting started.
Exactly. It really is just our first really absolute dominating game from the beginning. And we have today, and it could be the last one for J-Storm, at least in Group C.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
Naive gonna take this Rax under 20 minutes, perhaps.
Middle tower isn't in the last
Sailor could just sap this illusion. Oh, I was hoping he was gonna static link it. Oh well. Oh, the immediate sinister gaze! Oh, that's ruthless!
Nice job with the Echo Stomp. They get Naive somewhat low. Again, he has an Aegis. That's also going to be fine around. The Nature bouncing around, and Slayer finishes off March.
leading on Dyer's top tower.
There you go. Yeah, that gaze, though, from the Lich. This hero's just stupid strong now. I gotta say, especially compared to the previous one.
Yeah.
That's a freaking crowd control. Anyways, they kill...
That high ground to low ground play of the last game, though, was fantastic
That was sick,
against the DK.
That's really well played. So they don't get
20
the
minutes. Yeah, bounty runes, but they'll be able to kill the shrines. And they still got, what, 3 minutes left on this Aegis, so no rush.
At least for Pango's sake, you know, the idea if they happen to win here, the winning team of this series, I haven't stressed it too much, but they go to the decider match, which then will be after this one, of course, as they'll play the loser of what is Liquid versus Vici Gaming. And I believe it's still happening right now. So they happen to win this, you know, make it a bit of a quicker series, perhaps get a nice break once again and get back to prepared into that one. Not having to draw out the day too long, especially after that first series that they played. So the positives for them here.
Rolling Thunder tempted on Sailor.
Well, they hit him initially in the follow-up, but he's got a Hood of Defiance. He has a full S and Y now. Yeah, it's like almost tickle, man. Bryle's just, he can't do a damn thing. The Blink Dagger, mid-tiny, is not going to cut it here at 21.5 minutes. And they're just going to push now off of this. 38 seconds. Tiny's going to be dead for the melee Rex. Easily going to start melting away. Full Manta just delivered. In the meantime, the Juggernaut. Obviously, J-Storm doing what they can, at least trying to hold this up as long as they can. The raindrops will fall too. They're going to make it into the bottom lane now. The Sprout block catches Forev, but he is able to get away to the tree. Going bottom now.
I don't really have much to add. I feel bad, but this is just clinical. Another silence.
There you go. They turned it on in game 2, and yeah, we would have mentioned not having Zayak, especially playing the Earth Spirit. How is that going to be? And gotta say, King R, he stepped in just fine. 3-0-11. He's did a hell of a job of landing these initiations. The Chain Frost, it's bouncing around in response after Grimstroke open, and with that Crimson Guard as well. Oh, the Omni Slash. And Juggernaut comes out like a friggin' beast. J-Storm again.
They're just ignoring Forever. They don't even care.
You can have your fun. I get the bottom melee
Lich
Rex.
will be sacrificed. Even Lich is tanky. Lich has more HP than Pangolier. Lich has 1400 HP, Pango has 1368.
How does he have 1400? Oh, he's double bracer, but
Yeah, I guess he's going for... Well, actually, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
200 health, that helps. Yeah, you can tell when they're spamming like that, you know the team's
Things are going good.
Feeling cozy about how the game's at, as they should be. Both Nature's Prophet and Juggernaut also level 15. First wants to do so. That's plus 10 armor for Nature's Prophet. He now has as well.
Jesus. So wait, hovering over him, he has 68% physical resist, and that's not factoring the passive block of the Crimson Guard, and obviously the active shield of it. So, man, and usually with a build like this, I would be like, okay, so if you're J-Storm, this Prophet has not built any damage, so you should win late. But thankfully, Naive built the Battle Fury, and so he's their insurance in case things do go late. Naive is definitely going to be able to farm out. He's going to be able to consistently outfarm this Terrorblade for at least like the next 15 minutes. And now Braille again getting caught, rolling Thunder in.
And Braille just not going to be able to accomplish a lot. He tosses him away. All this damage is drained though. So again, they don't lose anybody, but now Razor's coming in with plus 178 damage. And they're going to go right to the top 3 tier 3 tower, excuse me.
Yeah, backdoor protection is down, both the mid lane and bottom lane, as the bottom lane successfully claims the bot range Rax, and it is the last Rax remaining for J-Storm before they get knocked down to the lower bracket. Best of 1.
Brawl goes in once again. A last ditch effort for J-Storm for half. The follow-up, the Earth Splitter does connect somewhat. Razor victim of that, but now the Omni Slash bouncing around the Sunder. Heard it go off, but it didn't matter. GG is called. That's going to do it officially. The Pangos moving on to the decider match here in Group C. For J-Storm, they're still live in the tournament, but it's going to be a hell of a journey to come back from this because they're going to go to the lower bracket, whereas we mentioned as well, they're going to play Forward Gaming in a best of 1, their NA counterparts. Whew, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, that does hurt.